Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. USA English, the place where you learn to speak real, natural English with confidence.
Hi, guys. We're so happy you're here. If your goal is to sound fluent and natural, today's episode is going to be a big help.
That's right. Today we're talking about speak English fluently. 7 secrets only native speakers know.
These aren't boring grammar lessons, they're the small, powerful habits that make native speakers sound smooth, confident, and real.
Exactly. And if you start using these secrets every day, you'll notice your English becoming faster and more natural without even thinking about it.
So grab a notebook, relax, and let's get started.
Okay, this one is huge. Most learners try to build sentences word by word. That's why speaking feels slow and stressful.
Right. You might think, I want to go to the store. And by the time you finish, the conversation has already moved on.
Exactly. Native speakers don't do that. We speak in ready-made phrases. I want to go to the store. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Those phrases are called chunks, groups of words that naturally go together.
when you learn chunks, you don't have to build your sentence from scratch. You just pull a phrase from memory.
It's like ordering a combo meal instead of cooking every ingredient separately.
Perfect example. For instance, instead of memorizing make, and decision, just learn make a decision as one phrase.
Or take your time, keep in touch as soon as possible. These are full ideas, not separate words.
And here's a fun exercise. Start collecting chunks from what you watch or hear. When you watch Netflix, don't just focus on subtitles. Write down natural phrases.
Yes, make a chunk list. Every time you hear a useful phrase, note it. Soon you'll have hundreds of natural expressions to use.
You can even organize them by situations like greetings, opinions, daily life.
For example, for greetings, you could learn, "Hey, how's it going? What's up? Long time no see."
And for giving opinions, I guess so, to be honest, as far as I'm concerned.
Once you have those, your speech flows like a native's.
Because you're not translating anymore, you're just recalling natural English chunks.
Exactly. So secret Hassones stop memorizing words. Start learning phrases and you'll sound fluent much faster.
This one's all about rhythm and sound. Native speakers connect words. When they speak, we don't pronounce each one separately.
Yes. When learners try to say every word clearly, it can sound robotic.
Right. We say, what are you doing? Like, what you doing?
Or did you eat becomes did ya eat. And sometimes just jeet.
That's why English seems fast, because the words blend together.
So, if you want to sound natural, you have to listen for those connections and practice them.
Exactly. Let's do a few examples. Instead of I am going to, say I'm gonna.
Instead of I want to, say I wanna. Instead of kind of, say kinda.
And sort of becomes sorta. These small changes make your English sound real, not like a textbook.
Here's something funny. Even if you pronounce every word perfectly, if you don't connect them, people can still tell you're not native.
That's so true. It's the music of English that makes the difference.
So, how can learners practice?
Listen and repeat shadowing. Pick a short clip from a movie or YouTube and repeat after the speaker exactly. Focus on linking words.
For example, say gonna go, wanna try, kinda hard, sorta busy. Don't separate them, feel the flow.
Over time, your mouth gets used to it and speaking becomes effortless.
And don't worry, this isn't lazy English. It's how real English sounds in daily life.
Exactly. The goal isn't to sound slow and clear, it's to sound connected and natural.
So, secret hash 2, connect your words, and you'll sound instantly more native.
Ah, yes. The secret weapon of fluent speakers' fillers.
Right. Many learners think fillers are bad, but actually, they make your speech sound smooth and confident.
Fillers are little words or sounds that give you time to think like, well, you know, actually, I mean, so. So,
Native speakers use them all the time. Listen to any conversation, you'll hear tons of them.
for example, well, I think that's a good idea. Or, you know, I was thinking about that too.
Or, actually, that's a great point. These small words make your tone sound relaxed and natural.
Without fillers, speech can sound too stiff or robotic.
But, and this is important, don't overdo it. Too many like or you know can be annoying.
Definitely. It's like cooking a little seasoning makes it tasty, but too much ruins it.
Exactly. Use fillers when you need a second to think or to sound friendly.
Another benefit fillers help you keep the floor in conversation. You're saying, wait, I'm still talking.
That's true. If you pause silently, people might interrupt. But if you say, well, what I was going to say was, you keep control.
Great point. So fillers are not mistakes, they're communication tools.
Yes, they make your English sound natural, confident, and connected.
Try practicing with short answers. Like, instead of no, say, well, not really.
Or instead of yes, say, yeah, actually, I think so.
See? More natural instantly.
So, secret hash 3, use fillers naturally and smartly. A few in the right places make you sound fluent and friendly.
And remember, practice with real conversations or YouTube clips. Listen for how often natives use them. It'll surprise you.
It really will. Once you start noticing them, you can't unhear them.
That wraps up our first 3 secrets, and they're already super powerful.
Absolutely. If you only practice these 3, your English would sound smoother within a week.
Think in chunks, connect your words, and use fillers naturally. That's your foundation for fluency.
And in the next part, we'll go even deeper into rhythm, idioms, and how to think in English like a native.
You definitely don't want to miss that.
So stay tuned, keep practicing, and we'll see you in part 2 of Speak English Fluently 7 Secrets Only Native Speakers Know.
Welcome back, everyone. If you've already listened to part 1, you've learned 3 of the biggest fluency secrets.
That's right, thinking in chunks, connecting your words, and using fillers naturally. Those are game changers.
Today, we're diving into secrets 4 through 7 and a bonus tip that's going to take your English from good to wow. Tund,
So stay tuned, grab your favorite drink, and let's keep learning together.
English isn't just about words, it's about music.
Exactly. The rise and fall of your voice, the stress on certain words, that's what gives English its natural rhythm.
For example, say, you're going with a rising tone that sounds like a question.
But say you're going with a falling tone, that's a statement. Same words, totally different meaning.
Intonation shows emotion too. Really can mean surprise, disbelief, or even annoyance, depending on your tone.
So true. Native speakers communicate feeling with sound, not just vocabulary.
Here's a practice idea. Imitate the melody of short movie scenes. Don't just copy words, copy rhythm.
Yes. Try repeating a line with your eyes closed and focus only on the sound. Feel the ups and downs.
Over time, your speech becomes expressive and easier to understand.
And people will say, "Wow, your English sounds so natural."
Secret hash 4. Use intonation like music. It's what makes your English sing.
Now, this one's fun. Idioms and phrasal verbs are everywhere in native speech.
Absolutely. Instead of saying, I started learning English, you can say, I picked up English.
Or, "I met my friend" can become "I ran into my friend."
Cancel becomes call off, continue becomes carry on, and stop trying becomes give up.
Phrasal verbs make English more alive, but they can be confusing at first.
Here's the trick. Learn them in context, not one by one.
Yes, don't just memorize "take off." Learn it through examples. The plane took off. He took off his jacket. The business took off.
Same words, different meanings, but the situation helps you understand.
And idioms add flavor too. Say, "break the ice" instead of "start talking."
Or hit the books instead of study. They make you sound fluent and fun.
The key is using them naturally. You don't need to stuff your sentences full of idioms, just sprinkle them where they fit.
Like seasoning again. Not too much, not too little.
Exactly. Secret hash 5 learn idioms and phrasal verbs through context, and you'll sound just like a native.
Many learners believe sounding fluent means using perfect grammar. But that's not true.
Yes, native speakers break small grammar rules all the time.
For example, we say, there's a lot of people, even though people is plural.
Or, "me and my friend went," not "my friend and I went."
Of course, it's good to know the correct form, but in conversation, simplicity sounds more natural.
And it helps you speak faster. If you're thinking about every rule, you'll freeze mid-sentence.
Exactly. Focus on communication, not perfection.
One of my students used to pause for 10 seconds before every sentence to check grammar. After a month of relaxing, she sounded twice as fluent.
Because fluency is about flow, not flawless grammar.
Right. And remember, even natives say ain't, gonna, wanna, gotta. Those are part of natural English.
Secret hash 6. Simplify your grammar. Communicate clearly first, polish later.
This is the ultimate goal. Thinking in English means your brain stops translating from your first language.
Exactly. Translation slows you down and causes mistakes.
When you see coffee, don't think of the word in your language first. Just think coffee.
Start small. Narrate your day in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making breakfast. I'm checking my phone.
The more you think in English, the faster your brain connects thoughts to words.
A great exercise, set your phone language to English and switch your social media too.
Oh, yes. Even reading comments in English helps you internalize structure and slang.
At first, it feels strange, but after a few weeks, your brain adapts.
Then you'll find yourself dreaming or counting in English. That's when you know it's working.
Secret #7 live in English mentally, even when you're alone.
Because fluency starts in your mind before it comes out of your mouth.
All right, here's a bonus for everyone still with us.
You deserve it. This one's about how to learn English the way natives naturally learn their language.
Think about how children learn. They listen first, imitate, and use context. They don't study grammar rules first.
Exactly. They copy sounds, expressions, and emotion. Then grammar comes naturally.
So, stop worrying about mistakes. Natives make them too. We just keep talking.
Yes, fluency is a skill, not a test. The more you use it, the better you get.
Immerse yourself, watch shows without subtitles, sing along to songs, talk to yourself in English.
And don't just study English, live it. Label things around you. Think in English. Listen to podcasts like this one.
Make it part of your lifestyle. That's how natives learn.
Secret hashite. Learn English the way you learned your first language. Through listening, imitation, and fun.
Let's quickly recap all 8 secrets.
1. Think in chunks. 2. Connect your words. 3. Use fillers. 4. Master intonation.
5. Use idioms and phrasal verbs. 6. Simplify grammar. 7. Think in English.
And bonus secret 8. Learn like a native.
These are the habits that make English flow naturally.
And the best part? You can start right now, wherever you are.
Record yourself, shadow your favorite shows, practice speaking with friends, or even with us here at Mr. USA English.
Exactly. Make it fun. English is not just a language. It's a way to connect with the world.
Before we go, remember to like this video, drop a comment, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And of course, hit that subscribe button and join the Mr. USA English family where learning never feels boring.
We'll be back soon with another episode full of practical tips and real-life English.
Until then, keep smiling, keep practicing, and keep speaking with confidence. See you in the next one.